made it, disc golf fans, to the back nine of Moving Day here at the 2023 Down East Players Cup, presented by yours truly, empowered by Basket Bashers. Very exciting so far. We are at the East Carolina University disc golf course, and it's a windy one, definitely coming into play. My name is Chris German. We have Derek Scull, co-owners of Gatekeeper Media, bringing you the action one more time here.
That is right. We have Russell and Gavin head-to-head here on our card. Russell starting the round with the commanding lead, starting to see a little bit more red there at the end, leaving the door wide open for Gavin.
As we move into hole 10, par 3, 316 feet. This one's touchy. You have this gap that you have to miss, and then it kind of opens up. You have some guardian trees on the green. Kind of sets up for a hyzer flip or maybe even a flex shot. Gavin just a little too high and nose up. He catches that tree. MJ off the line as well. Yeah, this is a really cool hole. As I'd say Ben does a good job executing there.
That's just about as good as you can get.
Perfect shot there from Alex. Let's see if he can get a bounce back after that hole 9. MJ probably leaving a little bit more meat on the bone than he'd like, but should be no problem. Ben trying to right this ship as he is sitting over par right now. Good save from MJ.
All right, great to see the bounce back from Alex, as he did find himself a little further away from the pin as what it looked like from the start.
Yeah, he kicked that tree and got a pretty bad reaction. Kind of pushed him an extra 10, 15 feet away from the basket, but it's no problem for him.
Here's another one of those gusts that we've mentioned before.
Ben is in. Yeah, this is an interesting part of the course. Kind of like a big wind tunnel out there, kind of where MJ's walking.
All right, hole 11, par 3, 347 foot. All you really want to do over here is turn over off the tee. I do believe these are hazards in the early one.
Yeah, then that is not a hazard on the second one. That would be wild.
Floor is lava on the green.
Right. Yeah, you want to just really get one out there, try to hit that sand patch. Exactly what Rustbus just did.
Yeah, and coming in at an angle is going to help secure it to just stick where it lands. Oh, whoa.
Almost runs that in. Wow. That was awesome. That was so close.
MJ electing to not even play around with this first sand trap, finding himself there on the edge of the second.
Yeah, Michael Joe's going to have a circle's edge putt out in the open. Oh,
all right.
Yeah. All right. Oh. All those leaves moving. It's gusty. Almost no win for Ben, and then back to the win for Russ. Good birdie for him. Starting to right the ship. It's Gavin flashing chains. based on where that landed, that was only a foot short. Bring us into hole 12, 675 foot par 4. This one's pretty interesting. We saw the drone kind of go over the tree line to another fairway, sets up for a straighter approach. You can stay straight on that left fairway as well, but most people want to try to get to the right side. This first shot sets for a big Anheuser if you got it. Big shot from Gavin. Oh, yeah. MJ with... Oh, yeah. Look at that.
Those extra 2 pumps is all he needed.
So that is the prime position. Too flippy for Ben, and he's going to get caught up. This is always a tough shot because you can see the basket from there, but it's so far away and so many variations of where your disc can end up. These two guys kind of getting over to that left side.
Wow, so good.
Making it look easy. This Gavin's going to be about circle's edge. Probably not the look he wants after that big drive. Couple layups as we're now at another corner similar to where hole 5 is.
Another victim to the tailwind.
And just like that, MJ has a headwind. It's still left to right, but doesn't matter. He's able to get on. He's 1 under now for the round. That extra run up for MJ got him one birdie.
Yeah.
For him.
Hole 13, 416 foot par 3, right at it. You're going to be coming over here to kind of like a little jut behind this tree line, but overall you're going to want something that carries and finishes slightly, honestly neutral.
Yeah, if you just throw it straight, similar to that, you give yourself a decent putt at it. It's one of the holes where you kind of almost you overcompensate. You think
kind of like
really
this.
Yeah, you think you need to get it really far right, but in actuality, you just kind of have to throw it straight. Because where those trees are on the left side, it really makes it so you can't throw a big spiking forehand or anything.
And that's getting too far away from the green.
So we are going to see a little forehand.
Not ideal conditions under that tree.
Oh. Tough lie for Russ. Oh yeah, talk about wind.
Oh boy.
Uh-oh.
That might have been for the better.
I agree. Well, Alex got pretty far over here on his second shot. That is a
man,
nasty par save. Wow.
Wow. Looking that wind right in its face.
Said what wind? MJ gonna get that stroke right back to the course. Ben gonna add another stroke to his already 1 over round. Lone birdie for Gavin. Scores all over the place on that one. Good scoring separation. And we're moving to hole 14, 617-foot par 4. Open shot on the first shot here, and then you kind of have this gap that you have to hit. A couple different fairways you can throw into. This hole's interesting because I feel like you can also throw a hyzer shot to the right, kind of penetrate the gap on the right side, kind of what Gavin's doing here. A little different from what the drone's flying, and I think this is a great play.
Wow.
That is not the basket there. That is hole 10's basket, but
what a crush.
Yeah, he's probably almost pin high. So Alex is going to go down that route as well. So that seems to be the route for the guys, is just the hyzer shot to the right.
We see the shuffle from MJ again.
You know what that means. It's bounce back time.
Went dead straight.
Big forehand from Ben, but he gets caught up in that tree, and that's why those guys avoid that altogether.
Yeah, you only needed about 5 more feet or so for it to be a great shot.
Yeah. He can still get his birdie. Needs a good tree kick at that point, but... And then you could see these guys are okay with just coming over to this side and just trying to hit one of these little gaps. Just like that. I don't know if it's necessarily breaking the hole, but these guys just have so much power and distance.
And this course has really only been in the ground a couple years. So it does have some of that new style play in mind during the design. All right.
Oh, yeah. Bounce back Ben. He's in there. Sick. Just like that, no wind.
And Russell capitalizes.
Yeah, I would say the only way for them to really make it so that you have to go down the left side and try to push through that actual fairway that you have designed. I mean, you got to throw a Mando kind of near that big tree that Ben ran into. But nonetheless, I like the hole. It's a great green.
Another par 3 coming in at just shy of 400 feet. We move into hole 15. Got quite a low ceiling as we approach the green. A lot of pine needles to contend with as well. So really throwing something flat.
Yeah, really low ceiling too. Gotta keep it low. Even that might be too high. Gets pretty far down there. Not a bad shot.
No, just a little left, it looked like.
Ben catching early. Gavin's going to do the same, I think. Yep.
It's in there.
Yeah, a lot of reaction there at the end. Good up and down from Gavin. Should be an easy par. It's Ben getting caught up. It's going to have a circle's edge, maybe outside the circle putt for par. Similar to what he had a couple times this round. Made the big putt on the last hole, so let's see if he can keep it going. Alex, unfortunately, not getting the birdie. Yeah, that's just going to be a bunch of cleanups. Another bogey for Ben. Challenging hole for the birdies. We're going to move into hole 16, 293 foot par 3. He'll be over there to the right where the path is, but this should be a pretty easy hole for these guys. Kind of looking right at it. This is at this point of the round. This is almost like a must get. That's the shot right there. Gavin's taking that right side with the skip.
Whoa.
A little too much skip.
A lot of push to the left.
This is going to fade out a little early, but that is a great shot from MJ.
With another disc in his hand. That's risky.
Yeah. Wow.
So close.
Stops the bleeding. Should be able to get his par.
When pushing down the last two putts.
It's Russell right under the basket. That was a great shot from him. Great birdie. Some big separation on our card today on moving day. That's why it's called moving day. So we now have 8 strokes between Russ, Bust, and Ben and MJ.
Hole 17, another par 4, 531 feet. You want to just drive it out here. Excuse me. Land short of this ditch here if you can't make it, as we get a little fancy with the OB markers here.
Yeah, you want to push really far left on this first shot. Just make sure you keep it in bounds, miss these trees, and you should have... There you go, just like that. You should have yourself a good shot for your second. Gavin throwing over trees like he normally does.
MJ electing to do the same.
Yeah. And Ben should be right there with him. So we see that roll out. Oh no. Such a tough spot to land. But he gets over. MJ likes it.
Whoa. Yeah, the wind really took that like a sail. Exposed the bottom of the flag plate.
Keeps it in bounds though. This is looking good if it checks up. A little long. And Gavin does that. Perfect shot from him.
That seemed like it was in the air forever.
Yeah. Oh, the wind. Same with that one. Oh, no. Tough par for Gavin after getting himself well inside the circle. Just a tough left to right putt. The wind was brutal for our card today. It's going to bring us into hole 18, par 4, 858 feet to finish us out. We have the water on the right OB. Really comes into play. You can lay up to the left. Still has OB over there, so you have to be careful, but then you have to go over the water on this shot.
Really do like this hole as a finishing hole. I think it sets up a lot for like a stadium style finish. Can really have a lot of people kind of gather there.
Yeah, I agree. The OB to the left shouldn't really come into play. It's more the OB on your second shot that's going to come into play. You can see where those guys are throwing from down there past that wall. That's the kind of the layup zone, so you don't really have to throw over the lake. Or the pond, I should say.
I think something else to note before we finish here at Eastern Carolina University, the town here is very big into their college sports and just sports in general, but you know, having disc golf being bought in by the university, I think is a really great thing to showcase, and I think the town agrees and supports it as well.
Yeah, Ben's going to find OB there. It's like I said, even when you think you're laying up, you can really find OB quick. I think that might be OB too, yeah. Yeah, I really like this hole because it sets up, if you need to go for it for whatever reason, it's there to go for it. And you have this route. Gavin in a great spot to go for it.
Oh, really?
Oh.
I'm an idiot.
Oh, looks like they weren't finished on the green there.
Oh, no. Michigan man. Still got some work there.
And MJ making light work of this.
Yeah, that's how you take a par.
Oh man, this wind.
Oh. Man,
Gavin's walk of shame here.
Yeah.
Throwing in on a card is definitely not something you want to do. But accidents do happen, you know.
Man, that's 2 holes in a row where Gavin just 2 strokes left there with the basket spinning it out. Plus he had the 1 on 3, so tough to get the disc in the basket here in these windy conditions. MJ finishes under par. Not the round he wanted. Tough for his style of play in this big wind. Russ, not the ending he wanted to see, but nonetheless a very good round from him. Still sitting in the top 5. A couple more bogeys added on for Ben. And that was a little scary as well. Gavin finishing a couple pars to close out. It's Alex Russell and Gavin Rathbun both sitting at 13 down as these high winds really brought in a lot of challenge. Saw some bogeys from the entire card. And as we look, Blake Poland, another new face to our coverage. Local Scott Conway making a push. Grady Shue, another North Carolina local now. And Gavin making it for our lead card.
Yeah, super excited to see how Scott plays on our coverage. I know we've had him on our card plenty here at this event, so always good to see a local represent. So stay tuned for the final round and see how we do.